Hey, how's it going? What I've got here is a thing. It's a steam diesel furnace, steam boiler, steam condenser. Just like the most basic setup you can get. And basically I've got this keypad. If I set it to 140 and then turn the key, that'll turn everything on. Hopefully. I haven't tested this. And I've got these dials here, so these displays. This one says what my current keypad value is. This says what current furnace temperature is. Then we've got the boiler temperature and the boiler pressure. And my goal here is to try and get this boiler temperature up to 100 as quickly as possible. And I'm thinking, like, if the furnace temp was just something crazy high, is that going to skyrocket this? Or is it just going to not care and take forever to get there? That doesn't seem like it's going up, you know? Maybe the furnace has a sort of a max temperature where it won't want to go any higher, which seems to be the case, because this air valve, I mean, it's not actually controlling the air valve, it's controlling the set point of the furnace temperature. So if I set it to 1000, it's saying the target should be 1000. You can have a look at the air valve here. And the valve is at 58 for some reason. Also, I forgot, but I need to turn off infinite electric, infinite fuel, because they're going to give me weird results. Let me respawn. So let's start with 1000. So you can see this should climb up really quickly. It does seem like the furnace has a temperature cap around 400. Right, so next thing to test is the electric furnace, which has, I guess it's just an in and out for the coolant. Let's pop that down there. Got coolant out, coolant in. So I need it to be going in. How do I want to do this? I want to splice it into this loop somehow. So this is coming out, this top pipe is coming out of my furnace. So I'm going to splice in here if I use a T. Then just an on-off valve. And then I'll use a pump. So it can only like go through one way. And then I'll get my electric furnace. And we've got coolant in, I want coolant out. So I'll set the target temperature to 140 because that's what I normally have. We should see this rise up kind of fast, but then the temperature on the boiler is quite slow. The temperature on the furnace, electric furnace, is just ambient temperature. If I turn this button on, it starts climbing, but it's not. Oh jeez, what the hell? I've never used this before, so I have no idea what's going on. That sound is pretty nasty though. I wonder if it's reliant on this battery having a lot of oomph. That's draining pretty quickly. So what's open then? Because I need to make sure we're not going through... This is true. This is false. I think I did it backwards. It's backwards. I must have had it right the first time, where this one is a not and this one is a yes. I kind of don't think that's working though. 140. So diesel furnace temperature's going up. Let's get the boiler actually get some heat in it first. You can see it's not going up, which means my valves must be messed up. True. False. True. We've got no coolant flow. What's happened? It doesn't look like my air valve is opening the whole way. And so my solution for that, I've got another button. So I should be able to set my temperature to 140, turn the key on. We see the furnace temp goes up. But if I have a look at what the valve says, it's in a negative value for some reason, which means it's closed. And I want lots of air to make this thing go. So now there's no restriction on the air intake at all, it's just going for it. Okay, and now we're at 100 temperature. I think this is the solution. And then I can just close that off. So my temperature should drop back down to 140, but I need to be careful about the pressure getting too high in here. Because once it starts running away, it's very hard to stop. So we're back down to operating temperature on the diesel furnace. And the boiler is blowing up already. Actually, why hasn't it blown up? There you go. So that means all of this electric furnace shenanigans, not helpful. So the thing would be to start with the air bypass on. And we should see the temperature just skyrocket immediately. And then we need to figure out what temperature this needs to start dropping at. See, the temp's going up really quickly now, way quicker than before. And I think it's gonna be when this temperature on the boiler gets up to like 80 or something, you want to cut the air back. It might even be less. It's probably going to be a lot less. See how much steam is being generated now? 130, 140, it's going up so fast. But it's the pressure, we can't let the pressure get too high. And there's no water returning back into this either. Actually looks like it's doing alright for pressure. The pressure isn't getting too high, it's going back down I think. Is this, what's this one? That pump there in the middle might not be working. It's on. That's true. The condenser might just be having a hard time turning the steam back into water. That seemed okay. So in the microcontroller, we can get rid of this keypad and go straight back to our 140 value. And instead of that, I want to have boiler temperature. I'm going to get rid of some of these other things. So the idea is that I can condense this down into a reusable controller without any of this crazy stuff. So this thing here, this threshold, I'm going to read the boiler temperature. And if the boiler temperature is below 80 degrees, then open that valve to just let all the air in. So once it's over 80, close it up, and then it will go back to just using the air valve to control the temperature. Alright, let's hope this works. The idea is to get the steam being produced really quickly. That seemed to do the trick. I think 80 was a good decision. The pressure isn't really gone up too high. It got to 1 and now it's dropping back down. And that may be something I can tweak by adding a heater tank. Because if we have a look, the fluid volume on the boiler is still close to its max fill level, 168. I think it's 174 when it spawns. or something like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. It seems quite simple, and yeah, I don't want to make anything too complicated. Okay, so now onto this, and I won't need to add anything extra. I just need to put in typical furnace. But I think I'm actually going to have to build out my rooms first so that I know where everything goes. Otherwise, I'm going to run into issues with walls and things. So I'm trying to think, like, do I have a staircase inside here that goes down? And do I have a door on both sides? So this back section, I could easily put a door off to the side on both sides. And then have a staircase in the back that runs sideways. So I'm thinking there'd be like doors at the back here on both sides. And then a door in the middle, which takes you into the main sort of rescue zone. And then when you go down here, you've got access to your engine room and everything else. Living quarters and things. I'm just going to paint the front deck and have a think. I kind of feel like this is the right idea, but I should figure out what rooms I'm going to have up in the top section first. So I'm pretty sure I want these windows to be in these specific places on both sides. I'm sort of thinking that maybe I shouldn't have a big room, and maybe I shouldn't even have the door on the front in the middle. Because what if I put a hallway that runs around the edge? But I do like having this little cutout thing, because then it means I can put equipment in here and have it be this zone that you go to for equipment. So what if this came down, then you went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I give myself a wall, and it'd be really nice if I could just cut this up. Just sliced it off so I can see what I'm doing from a top-down view. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense, I think, to probably curve these walls a little bit. I really like this. I like asymmetrical stuff. I think it's nice. Nice and interesting. I do have a problem with this section where I've got to hide the stairs. Best I could do is probably wedges. And then above this is like directly the roof. I often like to do this and outline where the roof actually goes. Yeah, because see, I can do that. I can put a wedge all the way along there, and then that kind of helps hide that at least. So you come in, you turn, and then I could put a corner in here maybe. I could put like a pot plant in that corner if I didn't want to just wedge it off. Maybe I should wedge it and then put a pot plant. Could even just carry on this wedge at the top all the way around everywhere. Seems a little goofy. But yeah, that gives me like more space, I suppose, to do stuff with. Could even put a door here. Huh, maybe I could do that. I like that actually. I would need another door somewhere near the rear of this area so that you can go from the side doors into it. What about using this space for a medical bed? Because I could wall most of this off actually. It's the idea of like keeping the medical bed private, but maybe in this case for gameplay reasons and maybe even roleplay reasons, if the bed were more easily accessible, then you would have a better time trying to give this person medical attention. I like it better on the side though. Maybe it just needs like a small piece of wall here or something. And I do also like putting a empty equipment at the foot of the bed. I don't know, there's just something about that which I enjoy. Maybe it's got like a little see-through thing. I could just put a window in. That seems a bit weird. This makes more sense, where it's like a pillar to help separate the zone. Because what I wanted to do over here was put in the defib, and a bunch of first aids, and just turn this wall into crap. Just turn this wall into like a medical thing, a medical equipment area. Perhaps I should do it the other side, like, I feel like doing it this way gives a little bit more reason for the wall to separate. You could go like that. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's kind of like a good amount of privacy. And then this would let me cut the room like that and really not make it too big. I could make it really small actually, like a private room. But I need space for a lot of survivors because this is going to be a long-term boat. It's going to be out in the ocean for a long time. This actually lines up pretty well. I'm just not sure what I really want to do about the seating arrangement. I think this like bench thing, 3 seats with a one long, like a single microcontroller instead of 3 2x2 microcontrollers. I think that looks good. The arrangement here is pretty odd though. So what if I just do seats like this, and then I think if I give it a 4 block gap, flip it, but I wanted to have like 5 through here. See, that gives me quite a lot of seats though. Yeah, this gap is too small. What about that? That's nice and simple, just seats all around. I'm just putting in lockers where I think I might want to paint in some stuff later. I think this makes sense. And then we'd have the same kind of grey border around the very bottom of the whole room, and that's the like waterproofing layer. I kind of wanted the defib down here, but it might make more sense to place it more at the back of the room, so you don't have to like go in and then backtrack. The feeling of backtracking might be a bit weird. Oh, what do I do about this? Damn, I did not consider that. I just brought that medical bed forward so that it didn't interfere with this little bit of corner pyramid wedging up the top here. Get rid of these. It does make the room smaller, but quite a bit really. Gives me this random space I could put something in. I don't know. Maybe that could be accessed from this side. I want to smuggle something, the smuggling spot. I kind of feel like that bit of wall should be gone, and maybe even replaced with a corner, a wedge here. And that opens it up a bit more. Something's wrong about this though. I think it's where it's interacting with the bed. So like, if it were shorter, yeah, that's a bit better. I kind of want to get the, kind of want to have armrests. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I like this. I do enjoy. Okay, seat. Where can the seat go? I'd have to get rid of my equipment slot. Or I move where this cabinet would be. So I'm okay with doing that. Now that I've got all this space down the front, once you come in the door, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's got to be 4 because when you flip it, oh man. Ooh, that's pretty good, don't you think? That's a lot of seating that's quite easy to access. Let's hop in and have a look. So I think right now this is the only way to get in. Double doors is maybe a bit of a pain, but having it all sectioned off makes it easy to manage if there's a flood or something, like if the internals get flooded. Yeah, I quite like this. Obviously this will need to get lost, but having the two there makes it feel like there is some kind of storage in here. And I could also put something down the back. The back probably just needs a painting or something on the wall. Okay, so medical room done. Then we have a hallway. And then I have even more space back here. I need to move this window across. We got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. From the wall, it's 1, 2, 3. Yep. I guess there's the idea that this rear part of it is like an engine, just an engine component, so you can't really like go in there. But it would be silly to not be able to go in there. So I think we'll just have to paint it in a way that makes it look okay. Makes it look all part of the same thing, same idea. And so what do I want to do with the rear section? I think this rear bit should be captain's quarters and or equipment and staircase. Also, does there need to be a way to get into this room from the back? That was something I was talking about and I forgot to do. Maybe not. Maybe you just have to walk down the hallway and just deal with it. Just suck it up. So this will be the main side door, which goes into the hallway. Then there'll have to be like a wall there-ish. If I push that door forwards, then I can run a hallway along the back of it and poke out on the other side as well. I'm thinking like if this door opens, you've got 1, 2, 3. You wouldn't want the hallway to continue straight on necessarily. I kind of want to do a bit of a zigzag with the hallway just to help with weight distribution, because if I have if I have all the rooms on one side, it's going to put too much weight in one side. But if I do this, 1, 2, 3, 5. If I go across with my hallway, and then I guess I can put a curve in here. And then poke the door out on the other side. This seems a bit weird. I have this picture in my head of a stairwell where the door comes in sideways and then the stairwell goes down the length of the ship. And it goes forwards as well, which is, you know, I don't know if that really matters, but it's what I'm seeing in my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. This might work. This will probably absolutely work. Oh no. There's a wall very close to my window here. Maybe I ditch the window? Maybe I ditch the wall. I might have to ditch the wall, to be honest, because then it will open up space for the stairwell. So the idea is we go this way. There would be like a rail. Yeah, a rail along there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I've got another room, which is very small. Probably an equipment room, I'd say. Oh yeah, and what I was doing down here. So I put this wall in to see where the staircase would come through, and then that gives me exactly 5 towards my pistons. And that was the kind of thing I had thought, like this would be an engineering walkway. And then I just wall off this side. So now I have, you know, like a engine room, which could also even just expand near the back. So it's like, maybe it goes under the staircase or something. Maybe not like that. But, you know, like give it a little bit of a workspace at the end of it so that it's not all just like blobbed out around the pistons. I am just seeing that I was going to have rails coming down there. Damn you, you damn, god damn. Okay, so now I've only got 4 wide, which is very upsetting. The most upset I've ever been. I don't know what to say. I'm so upset. What am I going to do about this? Is that okay? It is very weird that it like does this. Does that. I feel like this wall should come down. And then probably the same. If that were just an end rail, then that would make it easy enough to say you can just like turn around and go down a hallway. I guess there's gonna be points where I'm gonna have to have a 4 wide hallway. So maybe when you get to the back, it comes across a bit. Oh, where am I putting my boiler? Where's all that stuff going? I'm at the point now where I need to figure out where my boiler is going. It could go in here. This could be the boiler room. No, the boiler needs to go down low and be central. Centered, which means it's going in here, basically. Needs to be repairable, easy to access, and in the middle of the boat. You come in, zip, zip, zip. This corner needs curving. Go down. Engine room? Actually, I mean, that is scary as. Imagine this thing, these pistons, going around and you standing this close to it. In rough seas, you get whacked. You'd be dead. I don't know if that's a good idea. I feel a bit stuck now. I'm going to delete these stairs. I'm not actually going to delete them. I'm going to cut them, paste them somewhere else. Because I think I'm onto something. You know, I think I've kind of got it, but it's not quite right. So all of this wall, kind of like a false wall. Chop this out. And I think it's time to figure out where to put the boiler and the furnace. So I don't need any extra components because I figured out how I can just jam a whole bunch of heat into the boiler with only the furnace. Boiler. A boiler. Condenser can just go any old place. So I will put that somewhere in here. It actually fits quite well. Like that. I had a comment that said just use seawater to cool the condenser, which makes a lot of sense. What's in here? Because could go like that, and then that gives me access to that section. How much does a condenser weigh? 250. Holy crap. Let's see. I definitely need at least like a wall. I don't know if I need a wall, but I need a something so I can pipe into the ends of the pistons. Probably want the boiler to be close to this because it's going to be the steam in, steam out. What's on top? Steam out. So steam out goes into the piston, so that makes sense. Wait, no, it should be upside down because our pistons are upside down. So let's cut out this. It's only this very bottom row, isn't it? Oh no. There's a top row as well. Damn it. Let's get rid of all this. Alright, what have we got? Steam out. No, I need steam in. T-piece. Actually, not a T-piece. You want a T-piece corner? Yeah, and then you want T's all the way down. So that should be okay. I kind of wanted to paint where the pipes go and then leave the rest of it black. It's a shame that it's such a fat piece of thing. I could cover it, but then it makes it really hard to weld. I could put pipes on the outside. What I need is just to know where the corners are, really. Is that going to be enough? Enough to tell me? I guess it is enough. And then I can put paint along here. I could say danger, pipes, high pressure. It's not high pressure though, is it? Low pressure pipes. That'd be a fun warning. Watch out for them low pressure pipes. Or I could say hot steam. Watch out for that hot steam underwater. Nah, low pressure is a funnier thing to say. So I think I'll do a red arrow. Red's kind of not working. White. We'll go 2 spaces, then an exclamation mark, then another exclamation mark. No, that's too many. Too many. Say danger. D-A-N-G-G-G-E-R. Danger dash. I kind of want to use some 3 wide letters because most of them would fit with 3 wide. Except N. N will be a silly billy and won't want to. No, okay. Okay, 4 letter wide it is. Low. Oh no, how do you do a 4 wide W? Damn you! Damn you! Okay then, it's a mix. No. I think in Lua it just does this. I mean that's an H, isn't it? Low pre-ish. At least it's gonna fill up along the whole thing. Low pressure. Oh, what do I do about I? Damn it. Danger. Low pressure pipes. That's silly. I feel like the I really let me down. Where's the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's pretty good. Everything worked out except the I being 3 wide. That bastard I. I think I could make it. I'm going to make it 4 wide. Oh, wait a minute. I did the spacing wrong. Oh no, I can't make it. If I make it 4 wide, all my spacing is going to be off. Danger. I wonder what this looks like. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Like, from afar, you can't really see what it says, but you know it says something. Danger. Danger? Is that all right? All good? Danger. Low. That's spelt right, isn't it? And it's got... the spacing's kind of sketchy. I wish there were more gaps between the words. I'll fix it. Oh, but it's a bit of pixel art I can't be bothered with anymore. Low pressure pipes. No, I've got to fix it. God damn you. God damn. Danger! Low pressure pipes. Better watch out for those low pressure pipes. I think that's good. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I've taken me forever, but I've done the pipes down to the pistons. Oh, I'll need a straight pipe and I'll need them to come up here somewhere. Where is that? All right. Now what? What is on the top? I really want to be careful about this. Water in. Water in is a condenser, so that's okay. What side is this? Steam out. So I'm coming from the bottom, steam out, and I'm going to go straight down. And then we're going to wiggle along to no. I'm going to try and keep it close to the edge. Oh, I need a pump on this as well. Damn. Damn, I'm stupid. Why do I do this to myself? Is there any space? No. There's no space. Pump. I could put the pumps on this. Doing that kind of thing. But I wanted to be able to walk around this. Pumps, 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 pumps. Where can I put pumps? I think someone needs to stop me if I start doing stupid stuff again. Just come and stop me. Solution. Solutions, please. Push the boiler back and lower it down. Steam out. And that way I can put my pumps directly here. Okay. I don't like it. I'm not happy about it. But it worked. You know what? How big is a hatch? Is a hatch? Will a hatch freak out if I put it this way? And have a pump behind there? That's kind of cool. I'm down for this. Okay, before I overcommit, I want to spawn this and see what happens when you open that hatch. Will it explode? Have I got vehicle damage on? Yes, okay. Will it explode? Oh man, that's disgusting. What am I going to do about this? I think this is really neat, having a big tube. Big tube. And then putting the hardware, the pumps and stuff inside. The hatch is just crap though. The other option, sliding hatch. Good, but I would have to move the boiler back 3 more blocks. I don't like that it goes into the back of that on the hatch. because I want to put pipes and things in there, and I think it would be better if it were like here, you know, up pretty close. This is kind of going to determine which side of the ship you come down. Right, if you're going this way. Okay, everybody calm down. Don't panic. I'm putting the staircase back. Not there. I'm putting it there. Wait. Let me explain. Okay, staircase. You come down the staircase. And then... I've forgotten where I was going with this. Nothing seems to fit where I want it to fit. And it's very upsetting. Okay. This is a wall. Oh, wall. Then... I'm thinking I need to give it a little bit of room on the back, so this will be a wall. And that is because... Wait, probably not. I'll put it as close as I possibly can, because when these things spin around, I don't want them to, like, bonk through the wall. I don't want you to see any weird clipping, which, now that I think about it, they might clip into the ceiling. Damn, they're going to, aren't they? I can just, like, turn them with this and see where they're going to clip. Ooh, there's a bit of a clip there. Oh, boy. Hot damn. If I cut all these pistons and drop them down... So now my keel just got a lot deeper. Which might be bad. Which is almost definitely bad. Jumping willikers. How does that go? Oh man, okay, I've just like extended that a little bit. I'm gonna say it's a feature, not a bug. All of this, everything I'm doing right now is to avoid clipping into like the slightest bit of clipping. I will not stand for clipping unless it's very intentional XML clipping. But otherwise, no clipping allowed. Okay, on the front, I've actually pushed it all back up so it's not like poking out a little bit. And I needed to just give that nose a bit of a sharper or a bit of a longer slope. I'll leave it like that for now, but there is options to change the front. The back has totally screwed me up. I think I need another 1x4 wedge somewhere in here. Like, yeah, I can't see it. I can't very obviously see where to put it. It probably needs to be pushed back, because otherwise all of this thing that's jutting out needs to move. And I don't want to move it. So, yeah, I think it's this piece. Needs to come back, or it needs to go... It's like it needs to go back like 4 blocks. It's nuts. Oh, it's just that. Whew, that was easy. Oh, it wasn't easy, actually. That was not fun. It's probably easier to just delete all of this and figure out where those barrels went to. There's just a lot more space for barrels now. I didn't think about that. Gonna make it even heavier, which is not smart. Don't do this at home. The front is also messed up. Once I've got all the everything inside it, so including all the weight is good in this particular instance, then I will be adding a negative rocket booster. So I'll be negativing the entire mass, but hopefully it stays controlled because it'll have so much weight in the bottom. Alright, okay, just a bit of paint. And then we're all done. All right, and now I can come back to what I was doing. Oh yeah, so I'm moving this wall. That's what I was doing. So now I have a bit of space down the sides here, and that is to allow for no clipping, please. I might even get rid of some of that, yeah. Since you can't walk on that side, there's basically no point having this row of blocks. It'd be funny if you can... Okay, I've just realized what I was saying. I was going to say it'd be funny if you could throw equipment down there, and then realizing that's not funny because it will get stuck and there'll be no way to pick it up, and there'll be no way for it to despawn unless it times out, because it'll just be stuck there forever. Oh, that's quite good where that rail lines up. I bet it's not as good on the other end. Oh, it can be a straight one. So how many along is this? What are you giving me? 25? What's 25 divided by 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, but I could do that if I wanted, like a little rail. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just say it's a big long rail across there. See how that pans out. If you can still weld it across that, I think it's good, because then you won't be able to fall in. Hoping equipment doesn't go under those rails. And then I think you need about 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the walking space in front of the pistons. And then at the back, I think I can get rid of some of this. It is hiding a bit of the staircase, so I need to be careful how much I remove. Yep, too much. And then I think I'll probably just go straight across like that. So this is now the workshop. And the furnace will go in behind here. Next one back. It'd kind of be cool actually if it were like that. Like look down onto the furnace, maybe? This pipe here is a water. A water, and this is a diesel. That's probably not a bad place to put that actually. I think I could even get away with bringing this wall on the other side right up. We'll see how I go. That interior is coming along quite nicely. I think the hallways along that sort of top deck or mid deck is really nice. The stairway's in a good place. I think that little room on the back left is going to become an equipment room, which will be accessible from outside. Then you have stairways down, and we've got access to the boiler and the furnace in its own little kind of narrow room. And then downstairs will have to be captain's quarters and maybe some other living quarters. What do you think about the yellow? I'm not quite sold on the yellow yet, but it might grow on me. I think it's coming along very nicely. Now that everything's pretty much in place, I should be able to get the engine totally working tomorrow. So I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.